Do you wanna be an American idiot? Bum, 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 bum. Good day, everyone. We got Garfield today talking about the United Arab Emirates Dubai World Championship Spartan Abu Dhabi. Let's learn all about it. Away we go. Let's talk about this beast of a course.
Okay,
Let's
we
talk
can
about the
talk
champion.
stuff.
Let's talk about the championship beast, and then I'd like to ask you about the trail as well, because that's what I had planned on doing. Um, but let's talk about the beast at first. A question that came up: will there be international obstacles such as, let's say, the slack line?
There will not be a slack line. It is the kind of standard arsenal of Spartan obstacles. So my radio's going off. We did have a small issue where some of the stuff got stuck in the port. So we're just right now still dealing with getting things here. But we should be good to go. But no, I've never used a slackline obstacle. Maybe something to push for the US.
So no European or UAE obstacles, all US North America obstacles.
Yes, and maybe I'm mistaken, but I thought we were supposed to be standardized across the planet.
I thought we were too, but for example, I've seen, I had seen in Europe they got those
Is that you
masks.
showing me how to climb something?
They
It's
had those
amazingly descriptive, Matthew.
on the rigs. They had like those Spartan mask looking things, and just thinking of the things I've seen internationally that might be a little different, like those things. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do. I wish we had some extra stuff like that, but we currently don't.
Okay, so
We have the biggest sandbag carry. It's basically 3,000 miles wide.
okay, will it be dos sandbags or un sandbag?
Two sandbag. I did a Facebooky thing yesterday, and people were asking me out. So I figured, I mean, we're in the one of the biggest deserts on the planet. We should probably do something special with the sandbags. So yeah, we got two. We have the pancakes here because again, I guess that's slightly different. But we have two 50-pound pancakes. It's gonna be a bit tricky because footing is tricky out here in the dunes. Getting around is going to be tricky enough just running. So I think with the 100 pounds worth of sand on your shoulders, it's going to definitely test the elites.
So there's no chance of running out of sand.
No, I mean we checked and we got a backup supplier. It's everywhere. It's insane.
50 pounds for the men. How about the women?
The women I have to check. That is a good question, man. I think it is 30 or 35.
That's what I do, Garfield. I ask good questions.
Yes, that's a great question. I was going to struggle to sleep tonight until I got that question about how heavy sandbags were.
Now, as a young man,
Yes,
when you grew up in England, right?
I did.
Do you still think in terms of kilograms, or do you instantly convert in your brain?
I am now switched over to pounds. I'm a pounds and ounces kind of guy.
So it's not difficult for you.
I can't. I've been here. I've been 20 years in the States, so I'm kind of stuck between. I mean, I don't. I used to weigh myself and be like, I'm 15 stone, which is what we do, 15 and a
Right,
half stone.
right,
Now I know that I'm way too many pounds instead.
right.
Yeah, I
So
switched over, mate.
okay, so give us sort of the facts, right? How many miles? How many obstacles? How much gain? Do we know those things yet?
I mean, I know the obstacle. I know it's 13.2 miles right now on the KMZ. Obviously, there'll be a little bit of give or take as we're still marking the course out there.
Right, right.
Um, I think it's the usual. I think it's 35 obstacles.
Okay,
Um, we have obviously the fire jump. The fire jump is a tricky one. It's so funny that because we're in the desert,
right.
firewood is like outrageously expensive because there's not a lot of reason for firewood in the desert, unless you're doing a little campfire in the winter. But yeah, so we have enough for X amount of time, but yeah, firewood is becoming an odd commodity. As far as the game, you know what? I'm actually sat next to my computer right now, so let's do some cool stuff while I'm talking to you, Mr. Matt.
Yeah, Garfield, I want to give you some props. You taught me how to create a race course in Google Earth.
That's true. I did do that.
It's very cool. Google Earth is not just for looking at your house, but you can actually design. You can put little graphics. You can make all kinds of sorts of stuff
Yes, we can.
using the KMZ,
So,
which stands for what? What does KMZ stand for?
kilo rented miles per zapper. I have absolutely no idea.
I'm googling it right
I'm
now.
going to put you down. You're on my computer right now.
I'm
So
going to put
let's have
you
a look.
down.
So
KMZ is a file.
elevation.
Hang on. KMZ is a
All
file
right.
extension. Are you going to let me? I'm trying to teach us something.
Oh, okay.
KMZ is a file extension for a placemark file used by Google Earth. KMZ stands for Keyhole Markup Language Zipped. It is a compressed version of KML, Keyhole Markup Language. There you go. And now you know.
Wow. I'm going to sleep so well tonight with that and the sandbag question. All right. So let's. So it doesn't seem to be that bad. It's like elevation gain loss is about 2,000 feet.
Okay.
But that 2,000 feet is soft, floury, sugary sand. Not all of it though. We got some really cool bits. There's like these salt flats out here. We're gonna hit 3 of those, and that's right. Obviously, a lot of the obstacles are because it's tricky to. We have obstacles in the dunes, but it's just tricky to get the big ones, the truss, the twister, monkey bars, etc. But so there's a few of these big salt flats where people, the fast guys can open up and really sort of get ahead, because then they're going to be slowed down when they start hitting these dunes. We got one of these dunes. It's like 400 feet, almost vertical.
So
We got ropes down it.
are they just going to sink into their ankles much like snow? Is that what happens?
Yes, pretty much.
That does
Yeah,
not
two
sound
steps,
fun.
two steps
Fun at
forward,
all.
3 steps back.
That does
It
not
does
sound
it
fun at all.
well. Yeah, but that's not all of it. I mean, a lot. That's only on the dunes. So if you're on the actual, not the salt flats, but if you're on the regular sand, let's say a more flat part, you're running across the top of a dune, it's more packed. It's only on the climbs that you're going to get that sort of sinking, slidey stuff.
Right.
I mean, there's plenty of that, but it's not all that. So it's not completely soul destroying, but it's definitely going to separate the men from the boys.
Right. So you're from Florida, I understand.
Yes.
So
Well,
I'm guessing,
England, but yes.
right. But so you're like, you should be master of the beach, of the sand, right?
Absolutely. I'm a typical Floridian who lives. I don't go to the beach very often, but the beaches are flat, Matt. There's nothing on them. There's no dunes in South Florida. So, and I did actually once when I was doing some just random training. I went for a run on the beach, and I remember thinking, well, I'm never doing that again. I was like, I'd rather run through mud and swamps and crap.
So there's no giant sand dunes at, say, Amelia Earhart Park. No, there's no giant sand dunes
There's
there.
no Amelia Earhart Park dunes, and with like syringes and trash and dead bodies on it. No, we're good. It is. But I have to say this, Matt. But I do have to say, I mean, just for people coming out, people running in a sand pit, it's spectacular, man. I've never seen anything like this. It is absolutely mind blowing. Just the views. I don't know this. Let me see if I can give you something here. Let me give you a sunset over the desert. It might get a bit. You can't really see it, but behind me, there's the sun going down over
Here,
the dunes.
let me do this full screen. Hang on, make it solo layout. Oh, there we go.
That's the sun. The sun just went down behind that sand dune.
Right.
There it is. Got a bunch of tents.
Now,
More dunes.
I like it. I like it. Now, when you last worked with your friend Elton, do you know what he said?
Elton?
Yeah. What did your friend Elton say? You know what he said?
Elton John?
Yeah.
Who's Elton? What did he say?
Don't let the sun go down on me. You don't
Right.
remember
I'm going
that?
through a tunnel, Matt. I can't. Sorry, I'm just been playing opening doors for people. Can you hear me okay out here? Because I can show you more stuff while we're talking.
I can hear you great. Yeah, show me more stuff. We'll share the
Okay.
video.
All right, let me go. All right, I'm going to show you the run. I don't know if the connection goes. If the connection gets crappy, let me know. I'll show you the finish route.
Okay.
And one of the world's biggest sand dunes. Hold please. I'm still connected.
What building is this called that you're in?
All right. Sit. How you doing, guys? Uh,
Okay, you're
did you
back.
lose me, Matt?
You're back
So
now.
there it is. That's the what they're going to run down towards. See, we've got obstacles being built in the background,
Okay.
like that. This is the finish chute all the way down here.
Okay.
The finish line. The finish line is going to be right behind me by these random Indian people.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, Bangladeshi. We've got a lot of different cultures here. It's kind of cool. But yeah, but look
Right.
at that. I mean, that sand dune is. It doesn't look like much probably, but it's about a quarter mile up on a 60 degree angle, and they are
Right.
going to go up it and down it.
Well,
So
we
there you go,
definitely need
mate.
to
That's what we got going on.
definitely send someone out on the course as soon as it's built, so we can get an estimated finish time, maybe.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. If anyone, whoever gets closest on this one needs to win a serious prize because, with the dunes and the everything, it's just going to be very, very difficult to get around. So we're going to see who. I'm thinking anyone who runs in snow a lot is going to have an advantage on this one.
Um,
That's my prediction.
do you know how many water stations?
Yes, we had 10, but because it's actually extra warm right now. Oh, what's that going on? Did you just screenshot me?
You were frozen. That's how you were frozen when you were walking outside. Look at you.
Oh my God, that's amazingly handsome and awful at the same time. So we added extra water stations there. Made that call today. I think we're going to go up to about 12, possibly 12 with a double, so 13. It's just really hot, so and it's really heavy going. So normally we do like a mile and change between water stations, but a mile in this, if you're in a mile in the actual dunes, it's going to feel like 3.
Right.
So we want people to stay safe and all that fun stuff. So yeah, we got 13 water stations. We're going to have a fuel station. I did the live chat yesterday. I told people that a camelback is probably a solid idea. Sorry. I mean a hydration pack. It's just me advertising random brands on your show, Matt. And also the big tip of all is to freeze that thing and put it in the freezer the night before.
Where would I have access to a freezer?
I don't know. Hotels have, I guess, a fridge. Yeah, it's a stupid tip. I'm just owning it right now. That was
if
just
if you're
bollocks.
leaving from your house, sure, but if you're staying in a little tent there in Tent City,
Wow, that's amazing. Well, a lot of people liked it when I said it yesterday.
but again, that's what I do the deep dive. I'm like the morally safer of obstacle racing.
That's funny. All right, well, just get one anyway and put ice cubes in it. We will have ice cube. We'll have ice around.
Um, what if now imagining like 20 people like just like all fighting over one little ice box there in the desert. All right, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this
No, we got
trail race.
ice. We got tons of ice.
Let's talk about this trail race.
Actually, I think they made. Oh, let me look. Oh, it's funny.
You want to say hi to Garfield?
Lewis Escobar was here a minute ago.
You want to say hi to
Who's that?
River? That's River. River, you want to say hi to
Hello,
River
mate.
Garfield?
Damn, he's getting
He can't say
big.
hi.
He
I
says
know,
no. I
right?
don't. Random Englishman.
He has a cool accent. Did you like his accent?
Hey, River, what's going on, damn? It's nice to talk to you and stuff.
Um,
That
yeah,
was me being
I
American.
was gonna do the 50K because you know what they say: go stupid or go home. I mean, go big or go home. So that was the one I was gonna do. Um,
Yeah, Lewis is here. He got here today. The trail team is here, so it's going to be a fun one. If you are not used to it, that 50K it's gonna crush people. I have my vote unless we can find someone who's really good at this kind of is that there's going to be. I'm going for 100% DNF on this one.
100%.
I feel it. Or maybe 98.
So two 13-mile loops and a spur, as they say.
Yes, that's
Okay.
exactly it. I mean, I guess if there's people who train for this stuff, they'll obviously. But this is no walk in the park. Pardon the pun. But it's going to be beautiful.
Is that Lewis? Can we talk to Lewis maybe? If not, we'll talk to Yusuf.
No, that's Mr. Matt Barber. He's our super build guy, in charge of all the build stuff.
Right. Well,
He said, "Who's talking about babies?" I'm on live with Obstacle Racing Media, and he went, "Who's talking about babies in corners?" Sorry, Matt. Carry on.
it's okay.
Yes, Matt Davis.
Hi, Matt Davis.
Hi, Matt Davis. You know Matt Barber.
Well, he has to show his face though to the world though. Have him show his face. Matt Barber, come say hi, buddy. Come over here,
As a
say
matter of
hi.
fact, I believe we slept on the floor in Joe's office together.
See,
You remember that back in 2012?
of course I do. That's what I'm saying. The OGs.
He said he does. He remembers that.
Oh yeah.
Who was the big
death
spoon?
race. That was the death race, like in 20.
So there you go. Yeah, we got a bunch of OGs here, Matt.
Speaking of OGs, word has gotten out that our great leader Mike Morris is moving on.
Yes, sir. Went on to greener pastures with everyone's blessing. It was definitely a big shock at the company. I mean, he's been there since. I mean, as they say, he's been there since him and Joe sat across a kitchen table and went, "Hey, here's an idea. let's run people through the woods and call it Spartan Race." So he's a huge integral part of the company, but not to sound all super company, but the way they do run the system is, it's the sum of its parts, not no one's bigger than the brand kind of thing. So he's
Right.
gone, and we'll reevaluate and put it together, and we'll keep going.
I thought this was going to be his big send-off, the big last event, but he's not there.
No, he won't be. We got Watson here and a bunch of other people, but Mike will not be here. He told me he was going to be scanning through social media to see what we get up to over here.
Oh, now he can be like the rest of us and not know anything.
Oh, he's going to follow the ORM stuff? But there are other good outlets out there, Matt. You know that. You're not the only one, because I've been following the weather on some other ones.
You just made my whole day. Yeah, Mike already changed his social. People are freaking out and like messaging me. Like,
I know.
What's going on? Because he changed it.
Spartan Race from the outside.
Exactly, to like regular dude. I'm just a regular dude now. I want to have him on to talk about what he's got going. Because everybody's like, what is he doing? What's he moving on to? And like I don't fucking know. Like I want to get him on the thing.
Yeah, do it, man. Good guy, big fan. I'm definitely Team Morris. I'm a huge fan of him, and he was a great boss.
I am Team Morris all the way as well. I feel like I was going to ask you one more thing. Well, the race is a week from yesterday, correct? It's on Friday.
Yeah, Friday's the weekend here, so that'll be the big one. We also have the night super as well, which should be an interesting one. We're doing the whole desert with glow sticks. So
well, that's actually a good question. Actually, now that I think about it, even the Friday championship race, right, will start in the afternoon. It will be dark.
Yes,
like for a lot of people.
Yeah, you can't. The daytime is too hot, and it's just also comes with the culture and getting people here. Most of us are camping on site, but it's just they did a lot of research into it, and that was the perfect time to start.
But I'm saying that,
obviously we extended the course through till 11 p.m. So
right, so all people are going to have to start with a headlamp, yes?
Pretty much yes, but we will be illuminating a lot of the course.
Now, illuminating, that's a fancy word for lighting?
Glue sticks. Yes, it is. Sorry, darling. The luminescence will be apparent.
Hey, seriously, though, because we were talking about that, because people hadn't thought of that, is if the sun goes down at, 5:30, 6 o'clock, and the race starts at 3.
Yeah, right now the sun's going down.
Right, so even the champions, the early people, will take a couple, 3 hours, right?
Yep. Yeah, headlamps are, definitely need a headlamp. Would definitely help. No, you need a headlamp.
Alrighty, my China. I believe that's all that's good to report, correct?
Did you just do a London rhyming slang reference to me? My old China plate, mate.
I did. Me China? Me old
I'm
China
impressed.
plate, mate?
You,
Well,
see,
I
you
feel
just
like we
made my
are,
day now.
right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, it's a shame we won't be here, mate, but I'll see if I can check in. I don't know how my connection will be, but I'll see if I can check in and throw you some quick snippety videos or something from race day morning or afternoon.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, Theo's a great guy. Gary will introduce you to him. You know Gary B,
Oh, Belanger. Belanger.
right?
Yes, I do.
You're supposed to say who's Gary.
Who's Gary?
That's the running joke because when he was at the Spartan Games 1.0, he was like 5 feet away from Joe, and he's worked for Joe for like 10 years. And I said something about Gary, and Joe said, "Who's Gary?"
Yeah, you'll get the same response if you say Garfield as well, probably.
Exactly. All right, listen. Thank you for making this happen. I know that it's wacky with the different hours and whatnot. So good chat.
All good, mate.
All
I
right, man.
appreciate it, Matt. Cheers, mate. Speak to you soon.
Be well. Bite my lip and close my eyes. I'm slipping away to paradise. Pay no attention to the man behind the banana. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. If you enjoy content like this and you want to support your favorite or second or third favorite obstacle racing channel of content, you can do that by joining the Patreon. Do you know that right now we have not one but two fantasy football leagues going? You can be a part of that next year if you get on it now. And it's not too late to join now and be part of our Secret Santa. That's right. Send a present to someone in the world. We've got people in England. We got people in foreign countries. I can't remember the other ones, but we have people all over the place. And it's a fun thing, right? It's giving time. Give to somebody. Give a fun gift. Gig a gag gift. Whatever. But thanks as always for watching. Would love it if you join the Patreon with us. And if not, maybe a little like, a little subscribe, a little comment. All that stuff helps me out. All right. Love you, miss you, mean it.